Hello everyone, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and today I'm going to show you a super simple card that you can create pretty much using any Christmas DSP you have, but I focused on the Santa's North Pole Express DSP. Now, I'm not doing anything with the Santa side. I'm actually using the Christmas tree, and then there's like a winter weeping willow, I guess, or snow globe weeping willow. Really, really cute. I actually cased this card from an example that Tammy White shared on her stamping page. So if you follow her, you probably have seen something that looks familiar. We're going to be using the limited time framed and festive stamp set. I really, really like this stamp set. It goes with that whole fitted floret suite, but the stamp set for me was really cool because I love all the fonts and actually a lot of the different sayings. We're also going to use the Stylish Shapes dies to cut out our stamped image that we're going to do. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do first. We are going to be using a piece of Evening Evergreen. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So we're definitely going to need a piece of white for the inside of this. And then I have a piece of DSP. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. It looks like it might be just, nope, it's perfect. I was going to say just a hair. And actually, now that I look at it, I think I'm going to cut it down just a smidge. I think I'm going to trim this down to 3 1/2 because we're going to add a little bit of a side border, and that's just going to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to cut that down to 3 1/2. So 3 1/2, yeah, that's better, by 5 1/2. And then what I did is I took some of that really pretty brushed metallic cardstock that we have. So this actually comes in, I'm pretty sure this is still current. This is sad for me to say, but it's bronze, and then there is a gold, and then there is like a lighter version. I don't know if they call it a rose gold, but lots of pretty colors. What I did is I took a 5 1/2 inch by 1 inch piece, and then I cut it in half at a 1/2 inch strip on each side. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some adhesive on here, and normally I would do this with liquid glue, but I really want it to stick, so I'm actually going to, if I can remember where I popped it in, and I don't think I can. My, oh, there it is. My Stampin' Seal Plus, because I definitely want it to stick to the sides. And what I might do is just put a teeny bit of liquid glue just to give me that movability, but I want to make sure that it stays where I put it. So I'm going to put just a teeny little bit of liquid glue. Now, if you've never used liquid glue along with your glue, what it does is it kind of helps you to have the really strong stability of a strong adhesive. However, you can maneuver it just for a minute or so. And I want to grab my silicone mat. So I'm going to put my strip down, and I'm kind of lining this up to the edge so that I know it's straight. And then I'm going to set this, oops, make sure it's nice and straight there. There you go. I'm going to set this piece on just like so, because I want it to have a nice border. And then pressing it down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I like to use my edges, because that way I can ensure that I actually got it on there straight. And, oops. That looks good. Okay. So, really nice adhesion. Now, I'm just going to take, since I already have my Stampin' Seal Plus out, I'm just going to put, whoops, a few pieces. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself, apparently, pressing too hard. Oh, that's one of the things about this, why I don't like using it. Anybody else have that problem aside from me? I definitely am a liquid glue person, because I find that, I'm just going to press those down so they're not hanging over the edges there. I definitely find that, especially with DSP, it does tend to pick up my paper, and I don't love that about it. So I don't know, is that something that you struggle with as well? We're going to line that up just like so. Excuse me. And I feel like I have this just slightly. Yeah, we're going to just give this a little bit of a trim down here. Now, you could do this one of two ways, with your scissors, pardon me, or with your trimmer if you'd like, but it's such a small bit. I think it's just more so the overhang. All right, so that looks nice. Just going to press this again. And I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock. We're going to add our sentiment. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one, "'Tis the Season to be Jolly." And then I think on the inside, I'm going to just put "Merry Christmas from all of us." All right, so let me grab 2 blocks. And then we need one more piece for the inside. I'm going to trim this up while I'm at it, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Now, we could use a complementary color, but I kind of like sticking with the tone on tone, so I'm just going to use Evening Evergreen. Nice. And this will be the inside. Not sure if that's straight or not. Nope, a little bit crooked. Oh, that was a miracle. Okay, so this is our inside panel. I'm just going to pop that in. Oh, and now I'm looking at it in the light. This definitely needs just a little bit more. While that's drying, I'm just going to bring this over. And I can see this edge here, so I'm just going to trim this off just a smidge. Took a little bit more off, but got a little nippy spot there. Just going to bring in my snips. There we go. Much better. Okay, now I'm just going to cut this out. I think I'm going to use the second one in because I don't want it to be too huge. Just like so. So I'm going to die cut this. This is the second largest from the Stylish Shapes. Okay, and we can just pop this on. I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals, but you could also add just a little bit of ribbon, and Lord knows I have plenty of ribbon to use, so why not? Put 4 on here, just like so, and I believe, this is so sad to say, I really need to get my act together with this ribbon. Gold. Surprise. Gold shimmer ribbon. I'm pretty sure this is something that's current, so I'm going to just cut just a little length of this. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I think what I'm going to do is go like that. Let's take a peek. Can't really see that outline, so it doesn't really need to be super precise. I'm going to attempt to put some of that down. Got one there. See if we can get that to stay. That looks cute. That actually turned out really nice considering, because sometimes my ribboning skills aren't as good as I think they are. Alright, so we're going to pop that on, and call it good. So there you go. Really, really simple card. Just a little bit of DSP, add a little bit of ribbon to it. That metallic I believe that's a bronze metallic. Really does make it super, super pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick card. This would be great if you have some cards that you need to make and you need to really get a lot of them out quickly because maybe you forgot you were going somewhere, or you wanted to give somebody a pack of cards for a Christmas gift, which is a great idea because people do love handmade cards. Really, no matter what the season may be, but this would be even great if you were going to make a bunch of cards for somebody at the last minute, and then inside you could have some sort of a thank you sentiment. Maybe they could give those out to people that gave them gifts or brought something to their house. So great idea to use up a lot of your card stuff. And again, this used the stylish shapes for this, which is super simple, and then framed and festive. This is only available, if I'm not mistaken, while supplies last or through the end of December, whichever comes first. It's a really pretty stamp set. Has a lot of really nice sentiments in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. You just hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notification so the next time I make a video or do a live video, it'll send you an alert. If you haven't already, I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think about this card. Is this something that you think you're going to make this Christmas season? Or maybe you have some of this DSP that you got on sale and you can use it for next season. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.